The history and people of North Borneo has always fascinated many with the challenges of wild and uncharted North Borneo Chartered Company territory at the turn of the 20th century. The interiors, or the heartlands of Sabah, where the Tambunan, Keningau, and Tenam districts are located, is where all these life-changing events unfolds. We now go back in time to discover the heritage of Sabah. Transportation route development from the development by railroad and later to roads often regarded as the first type of motorized transport that the interior has seen. Aeropod is a mixed-use development that includes a commercial square, SOVO, hotels, residential towers, and a lifestyle shopping mall. The new Tanjung Aru railway station houses the Sabah State Railway Department, which started operations in 2016 close to Aeropod. Today we will begin the Best of Sabah Heartland story, and I will be taking the only train in Borneo to discover the heartlands.
While I will be visiting the small townships where the train will pass through on the journey. Each of these towns has their own character features and story.
I'll see you in a while.
I'll see you.
Bye.
Bye.
The station has a clean and modern, airy concourse. It now has 3 platforms and overhead walk bridge. There's actually an alternative way to travel through the heartlands. And on this fine day, I've decided to take the train. This is the only train service in the whole of Borneo. Along the way, you'll be able to see beautiful greeneries while going through the small towns. This episode will highlight the heritage trail from the British North Borneo through to the formation of Malaysia for the erection of the Batu Sumpah in Keningau. The district also a base for visiting the Tambunan, Tenom, quaint town, the legend and myth of our motherland heritage. Following the large demands of tobacco, prior to the industry's success in 1880, there was a great demand for lands for the tobacco plantation. The process to transport the produce was hardened due to lack of transportation. In 1894, director for the North Borneo Chartered Company, William Clark Cowie, became crucial for the establishment of railway systems in North Borneo. Construction of the then North Borneo Railway began in 1896. The only train exists in Borneo. It was originally intended primarily for the transport of tobacco from the interior to the coast for export. We now have old steam train for our memory lane tourist ride, North Borneo Railway.
Despite being considered a decrepit backwater, Kinaru Township is picturesque with its old buildings, reminiscent of the old colonial era. The Tamu on Saturday draws crowds of visitors and petty traders alike. People start coming from outside the area to get what they want as early as 5 in the morning.
here I am in Kinarut. Kinarut is located 20 kilometers away from Kota Kinabalu city. And what I love about Kinarut is the old shop lots are still active in business and this place is still quite happening. Look! Daily train schedule are often busy with people. With the train ride from Kinarut to Papar, you will pass through a number of small towns with mesmerizing sceneries. Papar has become one of the main stops of the Sabah State Railway, and Papar was originally ruled by the Bruneian Sultanate, and the first local leader was Dato' Amir Bahar, a Bajau descent. While the city center continues to erect with new buildings, there are efforts from the creative industry to turn the town into something like Penang with a twist of the past and also modern. Most people only know about the Papar, Belacan and Kuih Cincin, there are so many other attractions that the town can offer. The town's building structures has historical value, perhaps only environmentalists or history buffs would able to appreciate. What I find unique about Papar is the contrast of the new and old buildings. Especially love the rustic feel in this busy town where the locals from KK City often come for daily visits, for lunch or shopping at the market. This cafe has its own unique character with the old school and antique item collection. Another highlight of this cafe, they are still using charcoal, the traditional way of roasting coffee beans. Vegetable market are the place where the locals promote their produce. The smell of pasar or market reminds me of my younger days going to the market with my grandmother.
This is where I can get the very famous papar belacan, dry seafood, and fresh vegetables. If you're looking for something sweet, this place is the perfect spot to look for tidbits. Most people only know about the famous papar belacan and papar kuih cincin, the district has many other attractions to offer, such as nasi lemak bonda. Nasi lemak bonda gets most of their ingredients from the local market, especially the anchovies and coconut for their nasi lemak. The rice is so aromatic, it is a good stop to fill up our energy before continuing our journey. Bongawan is noted for its 2 blocks of wooden shop lots, which were completed in 1939. They are among few surviving pre-World War II era shop houses in Sabah. Most of the shops are operated by Chinese traders, most whom belong to the Hakka dialect group. Locals says this 10-shop building is a mix of 1922 and 1939 shop joined together. Bongawan was once a heavily guided town of Japanese during World War II because Beaufort Railway was the key transport center. A single row of wooden story shop houses that was known as Membakut. Membakut is a quiet town filled with tranquility. Seasonal rain and heavy flooding are a common sight here.
Received more attention under the British chartered North Borneo Company when coffee and other plantations were established here. A railway line linked Kota Kinabalu already in the late 1890. Since the 18th century, tobacco was North Borneo's foremost planting industry. The logging history in North Borneo can be traced since 1870s. Then later joined the rubber boom. The completion of North Borneo Railway Line helped to transport the resources to a major port on the west coast by 1915. Tenom is a quiet town filled with activities that are invigorating, like the Batas River, which is one of its main attractions. I will, however, be checking out some of the activities and tourist attractions that not many people know. You're in for a treat, so get yourself comfortable and don't go anywhere. Founded in 1960, Yitpho Coffee Factory is the oldest coffee factory in Sabah. The factory produces a perfect blend of the finest roasted Robusta, produced by coffee plants that are grown in Tenom. Yitpho uses the traditional way of picking and roasting beans. Yitpho also has their own cafe right next to the factory. Tourists who visit the factory can see different types of beans and how the coffee drinks are made. Tenom is famous for its coffee, and that's why I've decided to check out one of the factories they have here. You certainly haven't been to Tenom if you haven't tasted the coffee. You can shop around for coffee products at the cafe. You can even take a look at their coffee trees just outside the cafe. Aside from the famous Yitfall coffee, this place also offers small cottages surrounded by mini garden for visitors to spend their holiday stay with their families. Come and visit the Denom coffee factories and cottages. It will definitely be worth your time. We're now at Antanom Museum. This museum was built in remembrance of Ontoros Antanom, a legendary Murut warrior who led a rebellion against the British colonists in the 19th century. Ontoros Antanom led groups of Murut warriors from Pensiangan and Rundum into a bloody battle. But they were no chance against modern firearms. But because of their bravery, they were celebrated as local heroes and are still spoken of throughout the century and throughout generations. Antanom, Denom's local hero, defended the rights of his people and remembering the history of his effort. According to the locals, he was born in 1885 and possessed exceptional leadership qualities, which enabled him at the age of 30 to lead the ill-fated Rundum Revolt. A memorial to Ontoros Antanom stands in the heart of Denom. In this museum, visitors may read more about the background of Denom town. Moreover, the history of North Borneo Railway Station are also available for your perusal. So you can take some time to appreciate part of Sabah's history when you're here. Designed and built by a local craftsman, Denom Valley Lodges exhibits the largest lodge structure tucked within the beauty of Denom. In Denom Valley Lodges, there's definitely a lot to take in. From the wooden structures mixed with modern contemporary art, modern furnitures, beautiful interior designs, and comfortable bedrooms that are infused with the Murut traditional patterns. And quaint scenery, this is the perfect quiet getaway, and especially catered for groups and families. Denom Valley Lodges has many rooms and spaces that offer you that much-needed freedom you've been craving for. I'm at Denom Railway Station. This is where all railway journeys end. Fun fact, the first ever railway station built in North Borneo started in Western Town and ended in Malalap Station, which is very near the Denom town. Today I'm riding the train to see the wonderful sceneries of Sabah's interior and the famous Padas River. Let's go! Today, the train is being used as access to villagers that do not have roads and as ecotourism destination for tourists to go rafting on the Padas River. It has gained significant tourist value and for locals to ply their farm produce to be sent to neighboring towns like Denom's main town and Beaufort town. Batas River is claimed as the top 7 best rapids in Southeast Asia. Rafting at Batas River is another activity you can look forward to while in Tenom. Experience any of the 9 main rapids of Class 3 to 4, each with their own amusing names, including merry-go-round, cobra, and washing machine. Even if you're not rafting on the Batas River, the train trip is a treat in itself because you will pass by many villages and observe not only the beautiful untouched green sceneries, but also the quiet and quaint village life in Tenom.
How could you not experience nature when in the interior? Here in Tenom, you can go mountain biking and enjoy the scenic trail to appreciate nature. My local friends, Lee Chi Leong and Ray, will accompany me today. Right, guys? Yes. Let's go.
The Marais Center is part of the community-based tourism initiative to promote sustainability and improve the livelihood of the community in this area. The scenic paddy field is just amazing. Hey folks, this episode ends here for now, but be sure to catch us on the next one as we take you deeper into the heartlands.